Hello, back for part 2. I forget what I was talking about in part 1, so I'll just talk about gameplay and stuff that happens in the gameplay and, stuff like that. Random things that come to my mind that I feel that I deem pretty important or interesting in terms of pointing out. Music in the background is actually kind of funny story to that one. I was watching a cartoon from the 50s one day, and they're actually playing the song in the background with the little female character singing it, and it was really funny because she was like in the desert and the complete opposite of what's going on in here. And there you see Rosie Big Daddy repairing a leak in the wall. Not sure what that's all about, but yep. Another audio diary.
To my daughter, Eleanor, soon you will be born, and Rapture will be your home. You shall be raised as I was, to advance the common good through social psychiatry. This city's potential is immeasurable, Eleanor, yet our beliefs are unwelcome here. Life will be difficult, but the price of revolution is always dear. If we are patient with her, Rapture will come to us.
Oh, my friend also wants me to give him a shout out saying hi. Fallen ex-assassin. And that little trick I did with the shocking the water, they actually tell you to do that right there. But I played the first game and the control, some of the things are about just pretty much the same. Shock water, electrocute splicers inside the water. That's actually kind of a clue to the next level, Journey to the Surface, the ride amusements. What I thought was kind of interesting.
Now all around the world, children vanish by the sea, kidnapped. And so I return, in fear of what I already know. Someone is making new little ones, continuing my work, my sins. Even if I am to die for it, I must stop them.
One Big Daddy to another. I feel your pain. Poor guy. Oh well. Hey look, a rivet gun. Always useful to have one of them around.
And it was our curse! Ryan! Deceiver!
Outrage!
We are about to begin the story, more or less the story of a man called Mr. Meltzer in a bit. You pick up his diary off to the right. And these TVs are actually quite interesting to look at because if you pay attention to them, they'll actually have pictures of you, or they'll have these little videos of "Do not disturb your little sister." I think you see that one more time, but I think it's in picture form, on more or less poster form on a wall. But for the most part, they're just random pictures of you holding random weapons, which I always thought was kind of interesting. And one time I did just the drill, and I ran into pictures of my guy holding a grenade launcher, but I never used the grenade launcher, which made me think, well, how did they get that picture if I never used it? But, kind of funny things like that I don't really pay too much attention to. And, well, I mean, I pay attention to it, but, it is what it is. And there you have an explanation of the first aid kit, more or less. Just like the Vita chambers, help you revive yourself after you've died of trauma, I think. I guess this is something like I have no idea what the plate this is. Here we go, Mr. Belcher's story, right there.
Barely made it down alive. But here it is. And it's real. Rapture. This is where that thing took my poor baby girl. From what I saw in the sub, most of the city's in ruins. But there were lights here and there. And shapes. Moving. I'm rambling. Scared, I guess. But maybe, if I find this Dr. Lamb I keep hearing over the PA, I'll find Cindy too.
And we do more or less follow that. He more or less has a storyline that he basically comes in here for us. Oh, and before I forget, there's gonna be a song coming. There's gonna be a song coming up that I find very interesting, and I'll explain why after.
Big sister doesn't want you playing with me.
Alright, that little hymn that she was singing to herself, more or less humming to herself, I've actually, after this game came out, I more or less, I didn't really mean to, but I really just started to memorize that little hymn, and every now and then, whenever I got bored, I just start humming that to myself, and I never really remembered why until I played this game, not too recently, or not too long ago, and I was like, wow, you know, oh wait, that's where I got it from, because I was always wondering to myself, where did I get that? And it was like, when I played through here, I heard that again, I'm like, oh, that's where I got that little humming thing. Hum that little hymn. I'm like, oh, okay, that makes a little bit more sense now. But I always found that kind of interesting, that I've always carried that with me, even though I didn't really think about it at the time. Most of the time I never really thought about it, never came to mind, but it's always been something I've kept in the back of my mind whenever I'm thinking or doing random things that I just get bored of. It's kind of funny. I'll you know, if anybody talks to me and I get bored and nobody's talking, you may even hear me start humming that yourself, but I always found that interesting.
After the new year.
Back into the sea we go. Back to the underwater experience. More or less. Here I am. Trying to, yeah, I'm just always trying to like look and see where that big sister went to, but I can't really see. More or less, she probably just teleported Houdini out of there. As I would call it, Houdini. But there's gonna be, wait, watch for the sign.
In that
See that
suit,
sign right there?
even the ocean
At
cannot
the
harm
very
you.
beginning of
This
this
is
opening
good.
cinematic of part 1,
rapture
you walk
is the
in past
death
the
of
window
many,
and you look
great
out the
men.
window and you see your reflection.
Alone,
You also see
you
a
will
sign if you
not
pay
last
attention
long.
to it. The Adonis sign.
can still
That's
reach
that
the
very
train
same sign that
station.
you walk past
Find
when you
me
see
there.
it, which I always found to be really bit interesting in retrospect. If you want to go back and watch that part, you can see that about 10 years in the past when it was actually in good condition. I always found to be interesting. And here you see for the first time you see a Rumbler, which is a new model Big Daddy in Bioshock 2, which was not in Bioshock 1, but here you see him more or less demoed in his fighting capabilities out here. What he does, what he's about, rocket launchers, turrets, just a whole lot of hope, really. He's a big guy, I'm more or less telling you this is a big guy. Best be prepared. And there's a little sister. I doubt if it's the one that was in front of you that the big sister took. It's just very unlikely. And there's actually going to be a little bit of what I think to be whale bones, and I think it's kind of interesting because in the first game, anybody who's played the first game, when you come into the city of Rapture in the first game, on the bathysphere, your first look at the city, you see a whale, And I always found it kind of interesting that you walk through a whale. We walk through whale bones on the bottom of the ocean floor down here. There's a random shipwreck. I always wonder how it gets there. And then there's the whale bones right there. You know, at least I think it's a whale, but you know, going through the whale. Kind of interesting to think that 10 years that's the whale from the opening cinematic. Well, not really cinematic, but the opening Welcome to Rapture part in Bioshock 1. It'd be interesting if it was. Definitely add a lot more hype. And oh yeah, watch out for the giant squid coming up. I'm about ready to, he's gonna swim past, and we're gonna try to get a picture of him. There's a great white shark. You see the Welcome to Rapture background, city of Rapture itself. There's a giant squid right in front of your screen. I'll fall a little bit here. Oop, there it goes. Kind of shy. Well, can't blame him. I'm intimidating. What can I say? And you see the skyline of the Rapture skyline, more or less. Places you may go, places you may have been if you played the first one. And we're gonna drop down. And look, watch out for the big sister too down here. She's gonna jump up the face of this building, the Atlantic train station building, and that'll pretty much conclude the video after I go in there and drain everything out. So once again, I'd like to thank you for, wait, there she is. There's big sister right there. She's gonna go all the way up and disappear. I'm gonna watch her all the way. Now, I'd like to thank you guys in advance for watching my video. Click the like button, subscribe if you want to. Like I said before, I really don't care if you do or not, but it would be nice if you did. It would definitely help me out. Well, there's about 20 seconds remaining in the video, so, like I said, Fallen Assassin says hi, and that's about all. Thanks for watching my video. I'll see you in the next video, part 3.